Swadika, welcome to Thailand Today here on NBT World. During July 9 to 10, 2018, Thai Health Promotion Foundation and its networks organized the 17th seminar on cigarette and national health at Miracle Grand Convention. One of the interesting topics, alternative tobacco products, was presented by Dr. Kristen Schwartz from Non-Communicable Disease Department of the World Health Organization (WHO). She says cigarette products start and disappear, come and go, and new generation TEPS, a heated tobacco product, is already being developed. It's carbon fiber tipped device, but still tobacco product. Dr. Schwartz said sales of electronic nicotine delivery system (ENDS) is slowing down because more than 30 countries are banning, others are regulating. Market in the US totally unregulated, especially dangerous ENDS as gateway to tobacco. These are three types of ENDS. The main difference between open and closed system ENDS is the way the e-liquid is delivered to the heating mechanism. Open system e-cigarettes have a tank which is filled with e-liquid manually, whereas closed system e-cigarettes use tanks which come ready filled with e-liquid and screw directly onto the E-cig battery. Nicotine exposure to smoker is the same in cigarettes and heated tobacco products, or HTPS. Dr. Schwartz concluded that these alternative tobacco products are health risk, as the typical use of unadulterated ENDS and ENNDS produces aerosol that ordinarily includes glycol, aldehydes, volatile organic compounds (VOCs), polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon (PAHs), tobacco-specific nitrosamines (TSNAs), metal, silicate particles, and other elements. Many of these substances are toxicants that have known health effects, resulting in a range of significant pathological changes. Mr. Prachara Anantasin, he's the Director General of the Excise Department, said the department stands ready to impose a tax on vaping if the Commerce and Public Health Ministries can agree on a product importing and distributing e-cigarettes remains illegal in Thailand, though several countries such as Japan, South Korea, and the UK, and some states in the US do not ban vaping. E-cigarettes are battery-powered devices filled with a solution of liquid nicotine, water, and propylene glycol. They are cylindrical in shape and made to appear cigarette-like. When taking a puff on one, a battery will heat up the solution and create a vapor that can then be inhaled. In action, which simulates the sensation of smoking, is called vaping. Mr. Pachara said, nowadays, there are three categories of e-cigarettes. Disposable e-cigarettes that look like a tobacco cigarette, refillable e-cigarettes that are larger and can be refilled with e-liquid, and advanced e-cigarettes with a variable voltage and rebuildable parts. He said the department also wants to supervise the standards for some products unregulated by authorities, prohibiting manufacturers from adding toxic ingredients. These products comprise cigarettes, loose tobacco, liquor, and beer, with one example banning liquor producers from adding methyl alcohol. Dr. Roengrudee Patanavanich is a Deputy Director of a Tobacco Control Research and Knowledge Management Center (TRC), Mahidol University, has mentioned on a new research by Faculty of Medicine, Kansas University. According to the research that is scheduled to be presented at the American Stroke Association's International Stroke Conference in Honolulu on February 6th, the use of e-cigarettes is associated with an increased risk of heart attack, heart disease, and stroke. The researchers used data collected by 2016 Behavioral Risk Factor Surveillance System, a phone survey sponsored by several federal agencies, including the CDC. The survey includes persons in all 50 states asking about risky health-related behaviors like smoking and whether respondents have been diagnosed with any health problems. Of the more 400,000 respondents in 2016, 66,795 reported having used e-cigarettes at least once, and compared with the non-users, e-cigarette users had a 71% higher risk of stroke, 59% higher risk of heart attack, and 40% higher risk of heart disease. Dr. Roengrudee also revealed a research by Dr. Paul Maelstrom and a team from Center of Disease Control and Prevention in the U.S. related to health risk from e-cigarettes. The study found PM2.5 concentrations observed at the e-cigarette event were higher than the concentrations reported previously in hookah cafes and bars that allowed cigarette smoking. The study indicates that indoor cigarette use exposes non-user to second-hand e-cigarette arousal. Regulatory bodies should consider establishing policies that prohibit e-cigarette use anyway combustible cigarette use is prohibited. Increasing numbers of smokers have started using electronic cigarettes since the ban on smoking in enclosed public places was introduced. Although smokers have turned to electronic cigarettes from health reasons, there are some concerns over the safety and regulation. Next break, we will talk with a special guest from Tobacco Control Research and Knowledge Management Center, TRC, Mahidol University, who will tell us about e-cigarette is more hazardous than PM2.5. Coming back after a short break.
Show Thai to the world, a concept of science-style program to introduce you to well-known Thai role models. Ultimate amazing tourist attractions. Innovative Thai products. Let's proudly join Siam Style from 4 regions, 77 provinces across Thailand.
Welcome back to Thailand Today here on NBT World. Today our guest, Dr. Roengrudee Patanavanich. She's a Deputy Director of Tobacco Control Research and Knowledge Management Center, TRC, Mahidol University. She will explain what should we know about cigarettes and vaping before taking it up instead of smoking cigarettes. Sawadee ka. Well, welcome, Doctor, to Thailand Today program. It's a topic which is what you call world problem. This kind of topic. So the before we get into that, e-cigarette is more hazardous than PM2.5.
Right.
Real?
I have to say that PM2.5 is one of the components of the e-cigarettes. So these also have some other toxic substances inside.
Well, so as a doctor, or also as a deputy or director of the tobacco control, do you find it difficult in life, like people, younger generation smoking more, or
right? I think before I answer your question, I have to talk about a little history about e-cigarettes.
Please
So e-cigarettes just entered in the world market around 2004.
That means
around
like 10 years?
A little bit more than 10 years. So it first appeared in China and then become more available in other countries around 2006 or 2007 in the US, UK, and some other countries. So actually we knew the e-cigarettes for like about 10 years. But you know the problem? Like for example in the US.
Yes.
So they entered US market in 2006 or 2007. And in 2011, there's only like 280,000 teenagers use e-cigarettes. But right now, like 6 or 7 years past that day, right now in 2018, there are 3.6 million US teenagers using e-cigarette. In Thailand, we don't have exact number of how many teenagers using e-cigarette, but we can learn from the history from the US, the other countries.
So what is that? I mean, I'm a layperson. Okay, but I don't understand because of e-cigarette.
What is that?
Okay, what is that? Cigarette is cigarette. So e-cigarette is electronic.
Right.
To do with it.
It's kind of a device with their heating system that can turn like heating system with a battery.
Okay.
That turn a liquid solution and typically containing nicotine to an aerosol.
Okay.
I have to say aerosol, not a vapor. It's to the aerosol that a user can inhale and make them feel like similar to smoking cigarettes.
They still want, but the reason of them avoiding smoking because of what? The butt, if they want to go and
I, I think the e-cigarette was designed. The first they were designed to help them about the smoking cessation, like because some people like to
small.
quit, right? But actually,
they want to quit. Yes, yes.
they want to quit the conventional smoking, conventional cigarettes, and they believe that e-cigarette can help them
to quit.
to quit.
Oh, that's
But-
nice. That's
right.
it. They have heart
But
to do
in
so.
reality, there are no like conclusive evidence that e-cigarette can help them to quit, because at least right now, the FDA not approve any kind of e-cigarette as the quitting aid.
That is sad,
So
actually.
that is sad, right?
Yeah. Doctor, in that, I'm reading that with so many components in that.
Right.
In one of the Geico, what do you call the aldehydes?
Right.
What are these? Polycyclic, nitrosamine.
Right.
What is this?
So as I said in the earlier in our conversation that not only they contain the PM2.5, but they contain other toxic chemical
It is toxic,
substances.
right?
Like the main toxic inside the e-cigarette is nicotine.
Okay.
So nicotine is addictive substance, right? And other than nicotine, there's also have some other like flavorings, cancer-causing substances, heavy metals,
Look at that.
and volatile organic compounds. And there are also several studies and papers that they review what inside the e-cigarettes. And they have the conclusive evidence that in addition to nicotine, most e-cigarette products contain and emit numerous potential toxic substances. So this is from the papers.
From the beginning, why didn't a country who produced this have the realization of for the people? I mean, so harmful to the people.
Right.
So why didn't they
I
stop
think it's
it?
because that
Business commercialized?
right now we already know that this may be less harmful than the conventional cigarette,
Oh, really?
but it's still harmful.
It is.
Right, less harmful is still harmful. But like I said, this only 10 years that people keep using e-cigarettes. The time is too short to determine the long-term effect of the e-cigarettes.
Have you find some serious after diagnose this problem?
Right,
Potential
actually,
health problem.
right. Actually, there are studies that start to show the association between the e-cigarettes and some diseases inside your body, such as cardiovascular diseases, lung diseases, or even cancers.
Normally, we see that younger generation consume this. I don't know,
Right.
consume inhale.
Right.
Inhale. I don't know what to
Right.
use that, but so this effect will be after they grown, after the old age, or when they're still young.
No, actually,
How many years?
the kids is you have to know that the kids is the targets of the tobacco companies, because they know that most of the people they start to smoke and become addicted to smoking before the age of 18. So they have to do everything to sell their products to teenagers. So you look at the e-cigarettes. The shape of the e-cigarette, the design of the e-cigarette is kind of attractive to the teenagers, right? And e-cigarettes is more harmful to children, to teenager than adults. It's because, for example, nicotine is damage the brain, and in the teenager or the children, their brain is still developing, so they're prone to be more addicted to the cigarettes or e-cigarettes.
Sometimes we could see, I think, like you said, doctor, but the smoke release from them, it's like cloud. That shows it's a
Right.
kind of a showing off. What I don't know what they wanted to do, but
I
they were
believe-
shocked to see from where did the smoke come from.
Many studies show that most children or teenagers they don't know what they smoke or what they receive from the e-cigarettes. More than 60% of the user, like the teen users, they believe that the inside the e-cigarette is just the flavoring, or it's just water vapor, which is incorrect. So like I said before, it's not a water vapor, it's not a vapor, it's aerosol. So two things different.
So how do we stop them? How do we get the message to reach them? Other than on our TV and we can we hope do you watch the program
Right.
and realize what is happening.
So I think they have to receive the reliable information from a trustworthy sources. So there are so many information online, but they have to understand which side of the website or the information that they can trust. And second, don't trust who want to sell the product to you. Because
They want to sell.
you are the
They just
victim,
want to sell.
right? They just want to sell.
But actually, and the price of normal cigarettes and this one and the electronic.
Because e-cigarette have so many generations.
Yeah.
They start from the simple one, like a deportable,
Deposable. Yes.
and the second generation look like a pen or the USB flash drive.
Oh.
So, and those are refillable. You can refill the e-liquids, and it's rechargeable. So, maybe you cannot compare like price between the e-cigarettes and the conventional cigarette because in conventional cigarette only disposable, right? You smoke one and you
Just dispose
just
it. And,
dispose it. But the e-cigarette you can refill and recharge.
and the substance, how did it come? It is domestically or it has to be imported?
It has in Thailand. We not allow the
We cannot
e-cigarette.
produce by here domestically.
Yeah. But actually, in Thailand, we have the laws that ban the importing of the e-cigarette, ban of the sale of the e-cigarette.
So it's the
in
only way to
country.
come into the kingdom is what?
Legally, you cannot bring any e-cigarette
Into
into the country.
So if you see someone smoking with that, it is an illegal act.
Yes, illegal. Right.
It's an illegal act.
Right.
So we can scratch it.
And you can call the police.
Call the police and say, right?
Right.
Okay. Next I will do that. So I didn't know. I thought because it was a good intention of a person who want to quit cigarette, right? Basically with that. So we thought that, no? And then
Yeah, they thought that, but the reliable information or the truth is it's not helping you to quit.
not at all.
Not at all. There are several studies. Like I can say one study that I just read. Like they just published a month ago. So they have trials and they divide people into two groups. And one group they ask them to use e-cigarette on their own.
Okay.
And another group they use like the nicotine replacement therapy.
The simple one.
The simple
the
ones.
one,
And they follow up these people for about a year. And they say that, and they found that the group that use e-cigarette can stop to use conventional cigarette more than another group, but they cannot stop using e-cigarette. So it means they stop conventional
One way-
cigarette, but they get addicted to the e-cigarette.
One way or another.
Right.
Just escape from like Thai saying
Right.
that, but escape from tiger and then made it with the crocodile.
Right.
Oh my God! So it's time for us to make known to the people,
Right.
to classify, to show them that was a false
Right.
belief that it helps you, but
Yeah.
that it was.
Right.
So how would they do in case that they already addicted and once we stopped it, they cannot have what you call import of things. They will terminate by itself. Maybe.
Well,
Let's cross fingers.
there are several. If you look online, there are
on sale.
yes, a lot of these products are still online,
I see.
and we have to do something to make this stop to attack our teenager or our kids.
What are the potential dangers associated with the e-cigarettes? We did talk about some of the disease.
Right.
What are they?
Right. Actually, you can divide it to 4 or 5 consequences of the e-cigarettes. The first is addiction.
Addiction
Yeah,
first.
first because they contain
How
nicotine.
many? Oh, okay. If you use a cigarette, how many cigarettes to be addicted? Or how many of this how many
Well,
times?
Somebody said it's just one. You can just get
Once
addicted.
only.
Right.
God, that's horrendous.
And the concentration of the nicotine in the e-cigarettes is usually higher than conventional cigarette. So first addiction, second the health problem to the user,
Okay.
right? That I said earlier that the respiratory diseases, cardiovascular diseases, cancer,
Cancer.
immune system disease.
You have got
right?
the strategy, what do you call the statistic on this?
There are some studies showing that people who smoke e-cigarettes have similar risk to get these diseases compared to the conventional cigarette. So either you use conventional cigarette or you e-cigarette, you get the same risk to become ill with cardiovascular diseases or lung diseases.
How about people who are sitting with them? They don't smoke?
Right, and I'm gonna say the third one, the impact on the non-user or the second-hand exposures.
Okay.
So there are some studies. They measures the nicotine level
In the blood?
in the blood of the non-user,
Okay.
but who say in the same room with the user,
user.
or in the same house with the user, and they found the nicotine in the blood of the non-users.
Oh,
So what it means? It means that the non-user
Hardly.
inhale the aerosol from the e-cigarettes from somebody else, but so they still entering to the body of non-user.
So that also hazardous to them,
right.
to the person, to the
Right, I can
non-user
say it's the
also.
same mechanism with the conventional cigarette.
The percentage, man,
Percentage of what?
of inhaling, there will be less.
It depends on the distance
chance
between you.
sitting-
You
you
sitting
sit-
close, very
oh,
close to
okay.
the user, or you sitting next to the next room or something. So it depends on distance and frequencies, and you stay with them.
I think we feel good that these days and the public is against such thing. So we don't see much of the people who doing that in
Yeah,
rooms
because
and things.
it's illegal to smoke any cigarette or any tobacco product in a public area. So that's a law.
There's a law enactment for you not to do it. Can e-cigarettes help smoker quit? We did talk, but can you confirm that?
Yeah. So as I said earlier, that the FDA of the U.S. have not been approved any e-cigarette product as the quitting aid. So and also very limited evidence that the e-cigarette can help to quit.
So no.
No.
No,
Right
right?
now it's no.
No. Okay.
So actually, and there are also other harm from the e-cigarettes other than the toxic substance themselves inside. Have you ever heard about the news in the past couple of days about a baby died from the exposure?
We're going to come back. We're going to come back for the second part now. So we are coming back to the end of the first part of our interview. So next will be focused on the possible regulations and measures to control the e-cigarettes. Please stay tuned.
Here is a place where amazing is never ending. Everywhere has a charming Thai way of life. Every moment is filled with joy and truly refreshes the soul. Every sense is awakened with unforgettable flavors to tempt your taste buds. Only a smile can make friends for no reason. Let's experience Thailand and share your moments with us. Thailand awaits you in the amazing Thailand Tourism Year 2018.
Welcome back once again to our program. Now it's time to discuss on how we should control or ban e-cigarettes. But before that, Doctor, we did talk you about cases.
Right.
Which is so important to hear our cases.
Right.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say more about the potential dangers associated with the e-cigarettes. So there can be two types. The first is like the exposure to the e-liquids.
Exposure to the liquid, about leakage or something?
Yeah, or you can even the children they don't know what it is. Liquid, maybe they drink it or they touch it.
Okay.
Something like that. And a couple of days ago, there's just a news in Australia. There's a baby, they contact like the e-liquid and they die.
Just contact?
Yeah, right.
Not drink, not even consume?
We don't know yet
Don't know
what it
the
is,
detail
but
of
the
that,
medical examiner
Okay.
they confirmed that the death of this baby come from the exposure of the e-liquid from the e-cigarettes.
Oh, sad. See?
And the number become increasing when you compare the sales of e-cigarettes.
Any more example?
And also exposure, there's also exportions of the e-cigarette. There are news also like a couple of days ago also there are the teenager in US in Texas.
All right.
I believe he just used the e-cigarette for the first time and then it's exposed to his face and they cut the artery, the main artery of his neck
Goodness, look
and
at
then
that.
they die. He died.
Well, now we come to know that it's not consuming, it's not destroying your
Yeah, it's also
health, but
dangerous.
dangerous outer also
Right.
to the public and to yourself. So think twice
Right.
before doing all this kind of
Right.
thing. You know, when avoid all this. Not only do not smoke, but you go for drinking another hazardous that which happen to you. So what relative harm of cigarettes as compared to conventional cigarettes once again, ma'am?
Actually, if you compare these two products, we can say that e-cigarettes is less harmful than conventional cigarettes because they have less toxic
But
substance.
sometimes they
But
get fungus.
less harmful, but not harmful. It's still harmful, right? And not safe.
So, doctor, you have to tell me the cigarette. What do you call conventional?
Conventional.
You call conventional cigarette. So it's not no such substance here in there. There is no hydrocarbon. There is no glycol or something in that.
In the
In a conventional?
They don't have this kind of thing too.
Also,
But just have, in conventional cigarette, they have around 7,000 toxic substances inside,
7,000.
right? And more than 70 cancer-causing substances.
Stunning to hear this.
But you have to know that conventional cigarettes, we know like people in the world know the conventional cigarettes like more than 100 years,
So what's the
right? But we just knew that this conventional cigarette caused lung cancer in 1964. So about 50 years ago. If you compare with the e-cigarette, it just entered the world market in about 10 years. So we don't know the long-term effects. Right? It might be more dangerous than conventional cigarettes. We don't know yet. Right?
Yeah. So so why should we ban e-cigarettes or alternative tobacco products?
The main reason is we have to protect the public, especially children, because the children are the targets of this kind of tobacco companies or the e-cigarette manufacturers. And there are several researchers, several studies show that e-cigarettes are the gateway to conventional cigarettes. When I say gateway, I mean people or teenagers who are using e-cigarette tend to change or transform to conventional cigarette in later compared to the teenager who never used
The conventional cigarette is the price is also increasing.
right.
So that may be in a way to stop them from.
Yeah. The
using it?
taxation is one of the intervention that can help the public on to decrease the prevalence of smoking.
Why can't they just close off? Cigarette department, company, factory.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Otherwise,
To do
influx.
that, right.
If we stop in
Right.
locally, the influx of foreign
Right.
tobacco.
So we have to
which is-
balance what we have to do that better for the public.
We've been hearing about one brand, which I don't want to mention the name of the foreign brand being sued by people. So for this, but still the substance still going on, still using this, right? It's written on the somewhere. It's written that what are the substance to be used.
What is it?
Did they say did they have on the cigarette or something? They say that what are they putting it in the formula? The formula that they're putting in.
Actually,
they don't.
it's not reliable. And when, like for example, e-cigarette, usually some brands they say this is no nicotine inside, but it still have the nicotine. If you
How can they mislead like
right.
this?
I think because right now they don't have any kind of quality or standard control of the e-cigarette. So, like I said, there are more than 400 brands and more than 15,000 flavors e-cigarette that's still in the world. So that's so many to control.
You are from the Mahidol University,
Right.
which is a well-known university. So, and also dealing directly with the tobacco, smoking, and all that. Students. How about students? How do they feel about this?
I believe they don't know the right information of the e-cigarette. Like I said before, that usually students or teenagers, when they look at the e-cigarette, they like the design, they like the shape of the e-cigarette,
Something new.
and the new and cool,
Yes.
cool, right? And they just knew that it's just flavors inside. There's no
They put
nicotine,
in some flavor, right?
right?
Smell good.
And smell good, right? So
Lychee smell or.
they don't know the harm of the e-cigarettes.
And even the conventional cigarettes, they have a tiny one, and also they put some flavor.
Yeah,
in that.
right.
That's also dangerous.
They're dangerous.
Oh.
This kind of marketing of the tobacco company try to make
lure
the
the
product
women,
more attractive.
ladies.
Right, to ladies,
Ladies,
to teens,
cigarettes.
right.
That is sad.
Right. So we have to help. We together have to help to protect. our kids, our public.
What is the data of I want to ask you again about the statistic of this increase or lower
For the user,
for the user of
I think,
conventional first.
like I said, we don't have the statistics of the e-cigarette in Thailand right now, but we can look at in the US.
Okay.
In the US, the prevalence of the conventional smoking in the teenager in the past are decreasing. But just last year, when we found that the number of teens who use e-cigarettes just climbing, so it's same as a conventional cigarette. It go to the same direction.
Do you think because of the less patients in the hospital? I mean, on this, they don't see people around them get affected. That's why they don't believe in that. They're still smoking. You see, if audience in Thailand, you can see that the packet itself is so scary. Yeah, the way they put some kind of diseases on the what you call the paper around the wrapping this thing. But still, some people put the paper close.
They put the clothes, they put in the boxes, something like that.
This is funny. That means they don't believe that this is true.
They don't believe or they cannot quit because it's easier to get addicted to these products and it's not easy to quit.
We have got Deputy Director of Tobacco Control Research of the university here to tell me, Doctor, how to quit.
So how to quit of the e-cigarette?
Oh, the e-cigarette.
Right? So first, I think user have to get the right information and know that this kind of product is harmful. So get the right information from the right sources. And second, don't believe the one who want to sell the product to you because they're not gonna tell the right thing, right? And the third, if you really want to quit, you can consult like the doctors or nurses. There are so many cessation clinics. Most of them in hospitals. They have the quit line 1600.
1600.
That you can call. And there are also some other methods that you can use, but better to consult the doctors.
So there's a way to do it.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you are already addicted and you just cannot get out of it.
Right.
You see, it's not something which is, it's not drug, right? It is lesser harm than.
Actually, I'm not sure it's lesser harm than drug. So it's harmful.
Because we normally think among those people just cannot get up, but at least just smoke cigarette, they're still walking around and all that.
So
spread the harm.
like this, each year people in Thailand like around 50,000 die each year because of smoking.
50,000 a year?
It's a large number. Each year, people like the number of deaths in Thailand is around 400,000, and 50,000 is from smoking. So it's kind of shocking number.
Yeah. But mostly elderly?
Yes, mostly elderly.
Because
the
collective,
right.
The collective
Right.
of year
Right.
gone.
You have to get like long time to see the long-term effects.
That's why. Because you're waiting too long.
You don't know,
People
right?
don't believe in that
Right.
it accumulates the disease on that. So could you give some example? We did talk about regulations or control measures of the e-cigarettes in various countries.
Okay,
yes.
so in Thailand, as I said before, that we ban all kind of e-cigarettes, like import or sell or use any e-cigarette inside the country. But actually, the Thailand is not only country that ban e-cigarettes. There are also like around 46 countries that do the same as Thailand, and the number is become growing.
Okay. The number of countries not
That ban
allowing
e-cigarette.
banning. Okay.
For example, last year the data from the MOPS or the Ministry of Public Health, they show that only around 20 countries that ban e-cigarettes. But a year later, it become like 40 something countries that ban e-cigarettes. So the number is growing. And other than the total ban of the e-cigarette, there are also some kind of regulation that control the use of e-cigarette in the public, like not allowed to use in the public area, or use the taxation to restrict the use of the e-cigarette, or restrict the age that you can purchase.
It should be 18
Usually 18 and
up.
older, or 20 and older, it depends on the country.
But in Thailand, it's not allowed to have it opened, just exhibit the whole thing, the whole lot there. So you have to be concealed a little bit, and then selling for those who up to 18 of years of age to do that. Cool. So how electronic nicotine delivery system (ENDS) is a problem for policymakers.
Well, it's hard. Actually, policymakers, when they consider the topic about e-cigarette, they have to look into three factors. First, they have to know the toxicity of the e-cigarette from the reliable information trustworthy sources. Second, they have to really look into that if the e-cigarette is a gateway to the conventional cigarette in teenager. And the third, they have to know that if it's really help smoking cessations. But it's hard because there are so many interference from the industry.
Yes.
They always give the policy makers like the incorrect information. And they do lobbying and they do everything.
Investigation there.
Right? It's hard.
Yeah. Very interesting. So, your recommendations for those who want to quit, once again, smoke e-cigarettes. So why don't you just tell them right there?
Okay.
Gaslight and all
So
that.
people who want to quit, who currently use the e-cigarette, so I recommended that you should get the right information of the harmful of the e-cigarettes from the right sources. Or you can consult the expert of the field whether or not their e-cigarette is good or bad for your health. And second, don't believe the people who really want to sell the e-cigarette to you because they're not going to tell you the right information. And if you really want to quit, there are so many ways. Please consult the experts like the doctors. There are so many cessation clinics in the hospital or in the clinics, the health centers. And also there are toll-free number like 1600 that you can call. And you have to have like
strong mind,
strong heart.
determination, resolution.
Right.
You should have resolution, like a New Year resolution or something.
Right.
You know, that
And
this year
tell
you must
yourself
quit.
that you can do it. And you can do it.
Yes, you can do it.
Right.
Well, Doctor, thank you so much for being here. And let us know if you have anything in future that to talk about this matter. It is so important. This is because it's not only relieving for future children who's the future of the country,
Right.
but also to reduce the domestic or country national budgeting
Right.
on health. That's a way to help the country.
Yeah, next
also,
time we
right?
can talk about the budget that we have to
Okay.
spend to treat these kind of people who get addicted to smoking.
Okay,
It's
so
a lot.
yeah, let's come back and waiting for Dr. Roengrudee to be there. So we're ending up our program with thanks to Dr. Roengrudee Patanavanich. She's a Deputy Director of Tobacco Control Research and Knowledge Management Center, TRC, Mahidol University. Thank you so much for being here. ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thanks for watching Thailand Today, and we do hope to see you again. สวัสดีค่ะ